I wonder, can even the most powerful figure be forever transformed by an unexpected twist of fate? Donald Trump, known worldwide as a shaper of empires and a master of spectacle, had always embraced the world through a lens of bold ambition and unyielding confidence. Yet one crisp winter morning in New York City, an unforeseen event set him on a mysterious odyssey, one that would challenge everything he thought he knew about power, legacy, and the true nature of leadership. It began on a day like any other. Amid the familiar hum of the city, Trump found himself taking a solitary walk through an uncharacteristically quiet part of Manhattan. Away from the glare of cameras and the relentless buzz of media, he allowed himself a moment of introspection. As he strolled along snow-dusted sidewalks, his mind drifted between the boardroom battles of yesterday and the unspoken questions of tomorrow. That morning, however, destiny had other plans. While passing an old brick building tucked away in a forgotten alley, Trump noticed a peculiar glimmer emanating from a narrow doorway. Drawn by an inexplicable force, he stepped inside and discovered a hidden corridor lined with aged photographs and relics from a bygone era. At the far end of the passage, behind a heavy, ornate door, lay a small chamber filled with artifacts that whispered secrets of a long-lost legacy. On a pedestal at the center of the room rested a curious, intricately carved medallion. Its surface was etched with symbols that seemed both ancient and otherworldly, radiating an energy that resonated deep within him. As Trump reached out to touch the medallion, a sudden surge of memories, vague images of past eras, forgotten battles, and lost wisdom flooded his mind. In that moment, the medallion revealed itself as more than a simple relic. It was a key to a hidden legacy, one that had been safeguarded by a secret order for centuries. The very air in the chamber seemed charged with anticipation, as though the artifact was calling out to him, inviting him to unlock mysteries that transcended wealth and politics. In the days that followed, Trump became consumed by an insatiable curiosity about the medallion's origins. He assembled a discreet team of experts, a renowned historian with a passion for ancient civilizations, a cryptologist whose life was devoted to decoding enigmatic symbols, and a trusted aide whose loyalty was unwavering. Together, they delved into dusty archives, ancient manuscripts, and obscure legends. Slowly, a remarkable narrative began to emerge. Medallion was linked to an ancient prophecy, one that foretold the rise of a leader who would bridge the old world with the new, guiding society through a transformative era of renewal and hope. As Trump immersed himself in this newfound quest, strange occurrences began to manifest. Unexplained visions and fleeting echoes of voices in the corridors of his mind suggested that the medallion was more than just a historical artifact. It was a live, living testament to a destiny that had chosen him. In quiet moments, he would hear whispers of long-forgotten wisdom, urging him to look beyond the superficial trappings of power and wealth. He began to question the very nature of success he had long pursued. Was true leadership measured solely by the size of one's bank account or the strength of one's public image? Was there a deeper, more enduring quality, capacity to inspire hope, foster unity, and heal the wounds of a fractured society? The turning point came during a late-night meeting in a secluded study, where the historian revealed a passage from a centuries-old manuscript. The text described a guardian of the legacy, a leader destined to reclaim a lost wisdom, and usher in a new era by uniting disparate forces through empathy and courage. Although the words were couched in allegory, a striking similarity emerged with Trump's own journey. The manuscript spoke of overcoming inner demons, transcending personal ambition, and transforming the very fabric of society by daring to serve a higher purpose. Haunted by these revelations, Trump embarked on a journey that would take him far from the familiar corridors of power. He traveled across the country, visiting ancient sites and meeting with sages and scholars who had dedicated their lives to understanding the mysteries of history. In a remote desert monastery, he listened intently to the teachings of a wise old monk, whose soft-spoken words about balance, humility, and the impermanence of worldly success struck a deep chord within him. In the bustling streets of a historic city, he met a mysterious woman whose eyes sparkled with both sorrow and hope. She recounted tales of a time when leaders had ruled not with fear but with compassion, leaving behind legacies that enriched the lives of all. Every encounter chipped away at the hardened persona that the world had come to expect from him. With each new experience, Trump found himself re-evaluating the core of his identity. The medallion, once an enigma, now pulsed with a vibrant energy that mirrored his inner transformation. Its ancient symbols, which had once seemed inscrutable, gradually revealed a message. That real power lay in the ability to connect, to listen, and to heal. Back in New York, as winter yielded to the tentative promise of spring, Trump returned to his familiar surroundings. But he was no longer the same man who had set out on that solitary walk. The metamorphosis was evident in the way he engaged with others. in the sincerity of his interactions and in his newfound willingness to support causes that uplifted those marginalized by society. In boardrooms and at public rallies alike, he began to speak not only of economic growth and political strategy, but also of unity, empathy, and the common good. His words resonated with a deeper truth, touching a chord within people from all walks of life. The media, initially skeptical of his dramatic change, soon found themselves captivated by the story of a man who had undergone an extraordinary personal transformation. Interviews once dominated by brash assertions and self-aggrandizement now carried an undercurrent of introspection and humility. Trump spoke candidly about the mysterious journey he had embarked upon, the medallion that had opened his eyes to a legacy far greater than personal gain, and the countless souls who had inspired him along the way. He credited the transformative power of ancient wisdom and human connection for reshaping his vision of leadership. Months turned into years. Trump's endeavors evolved into a series of philanthropic initiatives aimed at empowering disadvantaged communities, preserving historical landmarks, and fostering cross-cultural dialogue. The secret society of scholars and sages, once shrouded in myth, revealed itself as a network of individuals dedicated to preserving humanity's collective memory and guiding leaders toward a future of sustainable hope. Through partnerships with nonprofits, educational institutions, and grassroots organizations, Trump helped to launch programs that provided education, healthcare, and employment opportunities to thousands. One particularly memorable project was the restoration of a centuries-old community center in a downtrodden neighborhood. The center, once a beacon of culture and learning, had fallen into disrepair. Under Trump's leadership and inspired by the lessons of the past, the center was transformed into a vibrant hub where art, music, and dialogue flourished. A living monument to the idea that history and heritage could pave the way for a brighter future. At the unveiling ceremony, amidst the joyful cheers of community members, Trump stood before a diverse audience and recounted his journey. He spoke of the medallion's mysterious power, of the ancient prophecy that had set him on a path of rediscovery, and of the belief that every person has the potential to create positive change. That day, as the sun dipped below the horizon and cast a golden glow over the newly revived center, Trump realized that his quest was not about rewriting his own story, but about inspiring others to look beyond their limitations. In embracing a legacy of compassion and renewal, he had found a way to bridge the gap between the old world and the new, a fusion of tradition and innovation that offered hope to a generation searching for meaning in a rapidly changing world. Years later, the legend of that transformative journey lives on not only in the hearts of those whose lives were touched by Trump's initiatives, but also in the quiet, timeless symbols etched on the ancient medallion. The artifact, now safely enshrined in a museum dedicated to preserving human heritage, continues to inspire visitors to reflect on the enduring power of change, empathy, and resilience. It serves as a reminder that even the most formidable figures can be transformed by the simple act of opening one's heart to the mysteries of life. As you listen to this story, you are invited to reflect on your own journey. Consider the possibility that within each unexpected encounter lies the potential for profound change. That true strength is not measured solely by wealth or authority, but by the capacity to inspire hope and to make a lasting difference in the lives of others. If this tale of transformation and redemption has stirred something within you, please like the video, share it with those you hold dear, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories. Let this story serve as a testament to the belief that every person, no matter how powerful, can be moved by a single moment of compassion, and that in that moment, the seeds of a brighter future are sown.